I spent 10 years trying to change my sexuality in order to please God or to please my parents, to please my church, to please myself. That was a good portion of my adolescence and my young adulthood from probably 14 into about up until I met my wife, 25. So about 10 years or so. During that time, I was going to school. It was a liberal community college, and I was taking this class on group therapy, and the teacher brought up the topic of hate the sin, love the sinner, and how she doesn't like it. And I remember it just made me really mad because I was a Christian and I was allowed to hate the sin because it was destructive towards, sin's destructive. So I thought I was allowed to hate the sin but love them. And then she was telling me I couldn't. And so I raised my hand and I said, that's not true. I'm a Christian, and just because I don't approve of homosexuality, it doesn't mean that I hate the gay person. And she jumped on me. She jumped on me really, really bad. And she has this gay friend, and it was saying about how the gay person doesn't see it that way because their identity is their sexuality is so much a part of their identity, and to not approve of that is like not approving of them. And I felt so bullied up on her in front of the whole class. And after class, I went in. It was like a break. Yeah, in between break, I went into my car. I called up my mom and I started bawling on the phone. She's like, "Oh, it's just religious persecution," or something like that. And I went back in and I had this gay friend. And I went up to her and I'm like, I hope you don't think that I'm judging you or anything like that. And she's like, "Oh, no, I totally appreciate you, and I come from a religious family that doesn't accept me and my partner." Anyways, I've been thinking a lot about that memory that was like, God, maybe 10, 15 years ago. And I like to think about what I would say to myself now. If I can go back and talk to myself, I would say 2 words. You bitch. That's right. That's right. I'd say, you bitch. And then I'd say, you need to stop hating yourself. For real. Who do you think you are? And then I go and I tell the teacher. I tell the teacher, thank you. I felt bullied up on at the time, but now I look back at it and I'm like, I feel loved. I feel loved. If I could go back and say something to my gay friend, I would say, you deserve more than my tolerance of you. You deserve more than me to love you but hate your sin. Love you but hate your loving relationship with your wife. That's not love. I'd go back and I'd say, you deserve to be celebrated. And one day, you're going to get those rights to be married.